Hello Barn Gang, and welcome to this month's Animal Facts. This month we are going to learn about the numbat. The numbat is a marsupial, and considered an endangered animal. It is an insectivore, and its diet consists almost entirely of termites. Characterized by a slender body with white stripes, narrow pointed snout, small mouth with numerous small teeth, and a long, sticky tongue. It is also often known as the banded anteater and marsupial anteater. The numbat is a relatively small animal in comparison to other termite-eating mammals. Its body length is between 7 to 11 inches long, and its tail is between 5 to 6 inches long. The adult numbat weighs between 0.6 and 1.2 pounds. It has thick and short hair, which can vary in color greatly, from soft gray to reddish brown, often with an area of brick red on the upper back. They always have a conspicuous black stripe running from the tip of the muzzle through the eyes to the bases of the ears. There are between 4 and 11 white stripes across the animal's hindquarters, which gradually become fainter towards the mid-back. The underside is cream or light gray, while the tail is covered with long gray hair flecked with white. The hair on the tail tends to be slightly longer than the hair on the body. They have a finely pointed muzzle, a small mouth, and small, round-tipped ears. The numbat has an unusually long, narrow tongue, coated with sticky saliva produced by large submandibular glands. They have a degenerate jaw with up to 50 very small non-functional teeth, and although the numbat is able to chew, it rarely does so because of the soft nature of its diet. It does, however, have numerous ridges along the soft palate, which apparently help to scrape termites off the tongue so that they can be swallowed. Numbats have 5 toes on their forefeet and 4 toes on their hind feet, with all 4 feet having thick and large claws. Interestingly, unlike most marsupials such as the kangaroo, in which the females typically have an external pouch where the newborn are nursed, numbat females have no pouch. Numbats lack the ability to retain water in their kidneys, which is unusual for animals in the environment in which they live. They are able to gain a considerable amount of water from their diet. They also have a strong scent gland for marking their territory. The average lifespan for males or females in the wild is 4 to 5 years, as compared to 7 years for a female and 11 years for a male in captivity. Their lifespan is generally short because they are preyed on by foxes, raptors, and cats. The numbat's diet consists primarily of termites, and they eat approximately 15,000 to 20,000 termites per day. They use their elongated snout for getting into logs and small holes to locate the termites, and use their long tongue to retrieve the termites. The digestive system of the numbat is relatively simple, presumably because termites are easier to digest than ants, having a softer exoskeleton. Although the numbat finds termite mounds primarily using scent and has a very strong sense of smell, allowing the animal to find termite galleries are as far as 50 millimeters below the surface of the soil, it also has the highest visual acuity of any marsupial. The numbat is fully active by day. They synchronize their day with termite activity, which is temperature dependent. In winter, the numbat feeds from mid-morning to mid-afternoon, but in summer, they rise earlier and take shelter during the heat of the day and feed again in the late afternoon. Adult numbats are typically solitary and territorial. They establish a territory of up to 370 acres early on in life and defend it from others of the same sex, and generally remain in that territory for the rest of their lives. Male and female territories occasionally overlap, and males will venture out of their territory for breeding. Numbats sleep in nests at night, usually hollow logs, trees, or burrows, which are around 1 to 2 meters long. They line these with soft plant material such as grass, leaves, and flowers, and will block the entrance to prevent predators from getting in. When numbats roam, they walk or trot with a jerky movement. They can reach speeds of 32 kilometers per hour when threatened. Sitting vertically on their hind feet, numbats will keep their forepaw raised and alert. When excited or stressed, numbats arch their tail over their back and erect their fur. These animals produce a variety of vocalizations, which are mainly used during the breeding season. If a female and male are both interested in one another, they will vocalize this by producing a series of soft clicks. However, a female will also produce a growling noise if she is rejecting a male's advances. Numbats will also make noise when they are protecting their territory. These are usually hissing growls, which are similar to sounds the species makes when they are handled. Outside of this, the only other time they can be heard is when a mother is caring for her young. The mother communicates with them by soft chirping sounds. Numbats breed in February and March. Numbats are not monogamous and males may mate with multiple females in 1 year. Female normally produce 1 litter a year. The gestation period is around 14 days, after which around 4 young are born. When born, newborn numbats range in length from less than 20 millimeters to 75 millimeters, and the snout is extremely shortened. The young nurse for up to 9 months, until about July or August. In late September, the young begin to forage for themselves, becoming independent and moving to a territory of their own by November. When the young reach the length of approximately 30 millimeters, a light downy coat arises, and this coat eventually bears the characteristic white stripes when they reach about 55 millimeters in length. The introduction of predators such as red foxes and raptors is mostly to blame for the decrease in their population, as well as other predators of a numbat such as rabbits and rats. The numbat is constantly on alert when roaming and feeding and detects threats from predators primarily by sound and vision. They will freeze if they sense they are in danger, or run at fast speeds into their burrow. Numbats may also try to ward off predators by producing low throaty growls. Well, Barn Gang, that's a wrap on this month's Animal Facts. I hope you enjoyed learning about this unusual little creature. See everyone next month when we meet a new animal.